Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what is up, what is up, what is up? What is going on, everybody? How you doing? What's up? Happy Saturday, that's right. Today is Saturday, February 10th, 2018. Oh, yes. Today is a momentous occasion for many reasons. We will talk about these in just a moment. But first, I must welcome all of you who are here early for the pre-stream. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Today is going to be what we have termed over the past few months as a salty multiplayer Saturday. Now, I have not done one of these in a while, so you may be wondering, what is this? Especially if you, maybe you've only been around for like the past month. Maybe, you know, you weren't around during that hardcore gaming season of the fall where all the new releases were coming out. And you may be saying, what is this whole salty Saturday about? I don't understand. Well, what happened was during the fall, there was a couple games that were multiplayer focused. And for a series of weeks, pretty much it was like, I'd say a month and a half, I would say, where every weekend I would play one day a week, you know, a multiplayer only day. And, you know, I would dive into the multiplayer of whatever the popular games were at the time. And, of course, the games that were very prominent this last fall were Call of Duty World War II and Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now, it's not just that. During the summertime also, I was playing fighting games. Like, for example, there was Injustice 2, and then there was Tekken 7, and then that turned into Ultra Street Fighter 2 over the course of the summer, which people really seemed to enjoy, even though the game was a laggy, broken mess. So I have been doing this kind of salty Saturday, salty Sunday kind of stuff for the better half of over a half of a year. And people really seemed to like it. And it went by the wayside for the past few, I'd say months, like I'd say probably ever since 2018 hit, because I was busy with other stuff. You know, I did a bunch of special projects like playing Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, and then the Dragon Ball FighterZ beta came out and stuff like that. So I ended up getting wrapped up in that stuff rather than continuing on with, you know, my idea for this salty Saturday kind of a deal once a week. But right now, there's not a lot going on in the realm of gaming. First of all, there haven't been any major new releases in a couple weeks now. Nothing really going on. There won't be any new releases really until later this week. I ended up wrapping up a lot of the stuff this week that I thought would go longer. Like, for example, Shadow of the Colossus, the remake, I beat in 2 sessions. I thought for sure that was going to be 3 or 4 sessions, but I ended up remembering a ton from my first runs in that game. And it allowed me to actually beat the game fairly quickly compared to how, you know, slowly I did it that first time I played it 5 years ago. In addition, Super Mario Sunshine, I ended up doing way better in Super Mario Sunshine than I think a lot of people predicted. A lot of people thought I was going to get stuck on the really tough platforming parts. And, you know, I mean, I did. Don't get me wrong. There were a few parts of the game that really I raged at and wasn't able to tackle. But for the most part, I was able to beat the toughest parts of Super Mario Sunshine without too much trouble. I guess the exception would be that last session that I just did yesterday where there was a few stages that took quite a while, right? But that being said, I had a lot of fun with the game and I beat it relatively quickly. So that's done. It's like, damn. Now I've got pretty much a weekend where normally I thought I would have been continuing on with these games, but I wrapped them all up. So I said, you know what, this Saturday, perfect opportunity for me to return to, say, multiplayer gameplay. All right. So, folks, ladies and gents, today is going to be pretty fun. It's not going to be like a typical day of gameplay for me because pretty much it's not going to be me focusing in on anything super important. It's not going to be me focusing in on me doing an ongoing playthrough. All right. Instead, it's going to be me focusing on just kind of messing around with multiplayer gameplay all day and having a little bit of fun. And am I going to do well? Probably not. I mean, let's be real here, folks. I haven't played these games since December. Chances are I'm not exactly going to be doing great today, right? Instead, I'm going to be doing kind of shitty, or it may take me a while to get up to a level where at least I'm not sucking constantly, right? But, you know, the whole point is really to have fun with you guys and have a fun stream rather than worrying about being the best competitive player. As you guys know, I really don't give a shit. So, because of that, folks, today, during today's gameplay stream, I'm going to have stream stats up the entirety of the day. So, that means it's going to have total subs. It's also going to have top cheer and top tip for the stream live on screen the entirety of the day. So if you do, you know, cheer, sub, tip, it's a good opportunity today to get a shout out and to get interaction if you want to talk about stuff. And now this would be a good opportunity to do so because, like I said, this is not going to be a super serious stream or streams today. And in addition to that, you know, having that information on screen for the entirety of the stream is an opportunity to get, you know, basically attention for your contributions, right? Getting that recognition that you may want. So, you know, I found that this has been pretty successful for other multiplayer stuff that I've done. And so I'm going to implement that today as well. We'll see how it goes. All right. Yeah, in Call of Duty World War II, I'll probably do a variety of stuff. I'll probably do war mode as usual, but I'll probably also do some regular team deathmatch and, you know, kill confirmed and maybe a few other game modes. We'll see. Maybe domination or something different, you know, but we'll see how it goes. So that being said, folks, it should be a fun day. It should be a fun, not so serious day. All right. So this first stream is Call of Duty World War II. Then I'm going to go on break as usual, you know, make dinner and everything. Later tonight, I'll be doing Star Wars Battlefront 2. Okay. As for videos uploading to YouTube, I'm not going to be uploading everything constantly to YouTube. I've actually been saving videos up to upload while I'm away. In fact, right now I have 2 different sessions of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds saved up. And I think what I'm going to do is today I'll upload Call of Duty or some of Call of Duty. Maybe I won't upload all 4 hours. We'll see. And then tomorrow I'm playing UFC and finishing that. So maybe I'll upload UFC tomorrow. And then I'll have a bunch of videos to upload while I'm away. So it should be pretty good. It should be good that I won't have any downtime on YouTube. I will have downtime here on Twitch, just to remind you guys. You know, my girlfriend's almost here at this point. She actually had her last day of work, you know, where she lives yesterday. And her employee, or fellow employees had a nice, like, going away present for her and everything, which was nice. And, you know, she's pretty excited about moving out here on Monday. It's going to be great. We're very excited. So, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of this week, no live streams. Just a reminder, guys, I will be uploading constantly to DSPGaming on YouTube, but I will not be live streaming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. But I will be back on Friday, and what I play on Friday is going to be determined by you, the viewers. I'm going to have a poll up on my Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP, while I'm away this week, moving my girlfriend in, and the poll is going to be for 4 games: Dynasty Warriors 9, The Secret of Mana Remake, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the HD version of the game on last gen of consoles, I believe it's on Xbox 360, or Final Fantasy IV. Those are going to be the 4 choices that are going to be in the running in the polling this week, and whatever gets top 2 will be the games that I play when I come back from break. So it's really going to be directly determined by you what I end up playing, okay? Pretty cool, right? So we'll see what happens with the voting. And, oh my goodness, excuse me. And we'll, you know, hopefully have some fun new content for you guys when I come back. I'm pretty pumped for that, right? To hit the ground running with new stuff, new games as soon as I get back from my 4 days away of streaming. As for what you can expect today and tomorrow, today, as I said, Call of Duty right now, Star Wars tonight. Tomorrow, mainstream will be UFC 3, where I'm planning to finish up my campaign run in the My Career mode, trying to win the middleweight title. By hook or by crook, I'm going to play through and see, you know, if I can win it or not. If I don't win it and I get retired, that's it. I'm not starting the career over. However, I am planning on trying some multiplayer by the end of that session. So I will actually try some online multiplayer in UFC 3 tomorrow. Tomorrow night, I'm not sure what to do. Because, really, I don't think there's a really great option. I'm thinking maybe I should do a final session of PUBG since it's the final session I'm going to be doing in a while. Like I said, when I'm going to be away from 4 days. When I come back, I'm going to be playing new games, so I don't know when the next time I'm going to play PUBG is going to be. So maybe I should just play PUBG tomorrow night. Or, you know, if people really want me to chance it, I could say, oh, I'll play a session of Dragon Ball FighterZ, but we could end up just sitting around all night doing nothing with the matchmaking never finding a match. That's the problem with Dragon Ball FighterZ. Even, it's not just me, even one of the guys who was chosen by Bandai Namco to promote the game before it launched, one of the guys who was invited to play the game on stream, because remember, it was Maximilian Dude, some UFC fighter, Mighty Mouse, Xavier Woods, and this guy, Rhymestyle. Even Rhymestyle posted up on Twitter yesterday, and he's like, you know, it's great that Dragon Ball FighterZ is such a great game, it's getting so much hype, but, you know, they have to fix the online multiplayer. The servers are still constantly dropping when people try to play games online. This is ridiculous. This is one of the guys they paid to come promote the game is publicly admitting the game sucks online. I mean, that's pretty bad. That's pretty freaking bad, man. So I guess we'll see, you know, what do I want to, maybe I'll just leave it up to you guys and see what people say overwhelmingly. What do you want to see tomorrow? I guess we'll determine depending on how stuff goes, all right? But I will be doing a double stream tomorrow. I want to do 2 streams before I go away for 4 days, so. All right. Okay, everybody. So, let's see. What else do I want to talk about before we get started here? Really, I don't have too much else to talk about. You know, I really don't. I think a lot of people were expecting me to have, like, a drama segment here on pre-stream today. Nope. I don't care about what anyone says about me and the shit people make up about me anymore. I mean, it gets to the point where daily now, there's just such stupid stuff that's said and done. I just don't care anymore. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't figured it out, it doesn't really matter what people say or do about me anymore. I'm still going to be here, and I'm still going to persevere, and I'm still going to maintain, and I'm still going to survive through all of the crap that they throw against me. I mean, when it gets to the point where now they have to completely fabricate stuff in order to say stuff about me, that's the point where you know, well, okay. You know, there was a time, ladies and gentlemen, where I, on a regular basis, was kind of uneducated about topics. I didn't really care about what I said or did in a video. This is before I even live streamed. There was a time when, you know, I was a very controversial, polarizing figure on YouTube because I was known as one of the top gaming YouTubers, but you would ask me about Minecraft and I would rip the game a new asshole and insult anyone who wanted to ever play it. You know what I mean? But that was a very long time ago, all right? A very long time ago. Things have changed over the years. And I've matured and grown. And even though every once in a while, let's face it, yeah, there's something embarrassing that happens, something, you know, a moment of weakness or something stupid. I'm not infallible. I admit, I make mistakes, I do stupid stuff, or have, you know, accidents may happen or whatever, right? But that being said, you know, in the modern era, I'd say probably the last year, things have been incredibly positive. Things have been great ever since I adopted the live streaming focus. You know, the amazing amount of positivity, people that come out on a daily basis to support me. Right? And you know, people who come out and have fun, hanging out with me on stream daily. It's a very different experience, right? Than what I used to do. Let's be honest, it is. And I like it. I told you guys, I've felt reinvigorated in the last year to come to stream every day and just have fun with you guys. Like today, I don't care if I do well or if I suck in Call of Duty. That's not even what this stream is about. Even though, yes, the gameplay will be a factor, it's more about me hanging out with you guys and just having fun, right? We're going to go back and forth. We're going to talk. I'm sure we're going to laugh at my fails. We're going to have fun discussions. That's what this stream is about. It's not about me, oh my god, I've got to be a pro player at Call of Duty and I lose and I get salty and shit. Even though you know that's part of this experience, that's not the main focus. I don't have to be the best at everything I do. It's just more about putting out an entertaining session for you guys, right? So, it doesn't really matter. You know, the latest stuff, the most ridiculous stuff, again, more fabricated nonsense that people are saying about me. I don't care. I don't care. There's no reason to even bring up what it is. There's no reason to address. It's so stupid. When the criticism that you receive and the ridicule that you receive is so weak that people are literally fabricating garbage, like, oh, you were with an escort for Christmas, you know, this kind of stupid shit. At this point, there's nothing else that can be done. You know what I mean? Like, they've said and done everything they possibly could against me. They've done everything. It doesn't matter anymore what's said or done against me anymore. I'm going to persevere, and I'm still going to be here, folks. I'm not going anywhere. I've got an amazing positive thing going for me here on Twitch. I love interacting with you guys. Things are going great. You know, it's been very positive all around. I got my girlfriend moving in this week. That's going to be incredibly positive and amazing for me. Like, there's all these things going for me, right? Why on earth would I care about what a bunch of nudniks, right, have to say about me? Or the shit that they'll make up, or the out-of-context stuff, or the things without substantiation? Because that's the problem. That's the thing now. They have nothing else to talk about. There's nothing concrete. There's no more drama going on. They have to fabricate shit. And it gets so ridiculous to the point where it's like, I'm not going to sit here and address it every day anymore. It's a waste of my time. So, I don't care. And that's it, folks. I just want to say thank you for staying positive. Thank you for being here. Let's have a fun day together, right? Let's just focus on having fun on stream. And that's what it's all about. It really is. You know, I just don't care about the drama anymore. I'm not going to sit here and address every little thing that happens and every little nonsense story that people make up about me. And it's just so dumb. It just doesn't make any sense anymore. Why would I bother, right? All right. So there you go, folks. Ooh. That was my neck cracking. Ouch. So, folks, let's talk a little bit. I do want to remind everyone, we do have a push for subs this month. Obviously, subscribers on the channel means the channel is healthy. Sadly, what's happened is the last week, a ton of gifted subs that were given out in early January have expired. In early January, there was between 50 to 60 gifted subscriptions that were given out to viewers of this stream because people were still in the holiday spirit. There was a big discount in the first week of January on subs. And then because I had gotten such an increase of subs, there was another big positive push where people were like, man, let's get Phil even higher. Let's keep hitting every possible sub goal. Okay. So that being said, you know, we had a bunch of inflated subs that now these gifted subs have expired and those people did not auto-renew. So we've had a big dip in subs. You know, I was up to over 560 subs. Now we're down to 500. You know, it was pretty much to be expected. In fact, I honestly thought it was going to happen earlier. I thought this was going to happen in late January, but it ended up actually hitting in early February. Because of this, what I've decided to do is set up goals, sub goals for this month that are a lot more realistic. You know, originally my sub goal was 600. It's probably not going to happen, let's face it. So, sub goal number 1, if we can hit 550 subscribers at any time this month, all right, I'll be starting up a cooking show with my girlfriend. This is something that people have asked me for the last 7 years. They wanted me to start a new cooking show. I'm now publicly telling you I'm going to do it if we hit 550 subscribers this month. But you need to sub if you want to see that happen, all right? You need to. It's a good motivational factor, right? So please consider subscribing now if you would like access to my cool emotes, right? And if you want to see this goal happen. I know people wanted to see me do a cooking show for quite a long time. There's a stretch goal as well this month. If I do hit 600 subs, I'm going to do another Patron's Choice playthrough. Realistically, that's a tough sell, but maybe we'll get a big positive push by the end of the month. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But there you go. Just throwing that out there. Keep in mind, folks, keep in mind that if we do hit, what was I about to say? Now I lost my fucking, oh, that's right. I lost my track of what I was saying. I wasn't going to say if we do hit, I was going to say something else. I was going to say, keep in mind, it's not only about the subscription anymore. There's actually tier 2 and tier 3 subscriptions as well. You know, there's a standard $5 subscription, but then there's a $10 subscription where you get access to the special tier 2 emote, the Super Saiyan God Fill emote. And then if you do a tier 3 subscription, there's the Super Saiyan Blue Fill emote. So there's actually a little bit of incentive for you to do the higher tier subs as well. If you were interested in maybe going above and beyond the standard sub and helping me out a little bit more, there's actually something you get out of doing that now. Okay? All right. All right, folks. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to touch upon before we get started with the plugs and the usual stuff. I don't think so. I think we've touched upon everything, honestly. There's not, like I said, there's not a hell of a lot to really talk about on pre-stream today. There's not crazy amounts of stuff going on. So, all right, let's very quickly do some plugs, and then we'll do some shout-outs for those of you who are already cheer subbed and tipped during the pre-stream, and then we'll get started with Call of Duty. Sound good? Excuse me. All right, folks. So first off, thank you again very much for your positivity in the last year. In particular, the last couple of months have been quite amazing. And, you know, to the point where now it looks like Twitch will actually be my main source of income. And I'm starting to negate the other factors. Not to say that they're not important, but there are other, you know, making Twitch my main focus and seeing growth on my Twitch every month has been great. And I love it. And I'm going to say thank you for the positivity and your support. However, if you'd like to go above and beyond just being a standard stream viewer and you'd like to do other stuff to help out, there are many ways that you could do so. All right. First of all is my Patreon. You can check this out at patreon.com/darksidephil. Your monthly pledges to my Patreon directly help me with the cost of operating the business. For example, excuse me, the cost of games, the cost of internet, the cost of electricity. Got frog in my throat. Hold on. Sorry about that. You know, the cost of equipment, things that just come up out of nowhere. For example, just this last weekend, I had to buy a new monitor because my old monitor that I had for 8 years died out of nowhere. So there you go. Had to buy a new monitor, right? Headphones, controllers. These are things that I've all bought in the past couple of months. And it's your patron support that allows me to afford that stuff on the fly and able to, you know, keep stuff going. So please check it out at patreon.com/darksidephil. But keep in mind, it's not just about your contributions to me. You get stuff out of it. In fact, your pledges to my Patreon give you unprecedented control and interaction with myself and my content. To give you a couple examples, you get text or verbal thank yous in my videos. That's pretty cool. You can get the ability to nominate and vote on games for events. For example, right now, people who pledged to my Patreon last month are nominating and voting on games, all right, that are going to be played in an Indies Marathon coming up in early March. In fact, that poll or that nominations process is going to remain open for the next week. And then when I come back from my time off, I'm making the poll where people can now vote on what indie games they want to see during that event, okay? That's going to be pretty cool. You can get your questions answered on my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King. Or you can even get a private Q&A video made where I answer your questions directly addressing you for a good, 15 to 25 minutes, depending on what kind of questions you ask and how much information I have for you. All right. So that last perk, by the way, has become so popular. Some people who have gotten the perk, the highest level perk, have actually went back and gotten it again and again because they like that perk so much, which is pretty awesome. Okay. So please consider pledging to my Patreon. And again, thank you to everyone who is an ongoing patron of mine. And, to get all the information there for yourself about the perks and everything, patreon.com/darksidephil. Number 2, there's my Teespring shop where you can get some pretty cool merchandise that has to do with Darksidephil or DSPGaming. You got a variety of logos and artwork, all designed by my viewers and fans. Right now, the featured design is the King of Fighters, me facing off against the trolls in a fighting game setting. That's designed by Insomniatic Meat, but we've got many more designs available and many more coming later this year. Give it a look over there, teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming, and know that anything that you may get there, I get a pretty sizable commission from, so it helps me out. And in addition, I can attest personally to the quality of the product because I own several of the shirts and a mug and everything, so 2 thumbs up for the quality from Teespring. If you do happen to buy something, feel free to send me a picture of it on social media. My Twitter is @theycallmeDSP. I'd be more than happy to share your picture with my 25,000 Twitter followers. Okay, folks? Sound good? All right. Last but not least, today, folks, as I mentioned, is going to be a very much interactive stream. Much more interactive than a normal stream, like where I'm doing normal gameplay of a narrative game or whatever, because it's just multiplayer. It's really not so serious today. It's more of a casual, more laid-back environment. Therefore, your cheers, subs, and tips on today's stream will earn you a shout out on stream. And this would be a great stream for interaction if people have questions or want to get discussion going. It's a great stream to do that, okay? So, any cheer, sub, or tip, you'll get a shout out from me. Unless, of course, keep in mind it's very subjective, where if you say something negative or something that's completely irreverent or off topic or adult oriented that you shouldn't say on stream, obviously that stuff I'm not going to give a shout out to, okay? In addition, if you cheer 50 bits or more, if you subscribe to the channel and you click on the share button when you do, or if you tip me $5 or more, you'll get an on-screen thank you pop-up, all right? That'll earn you both visual and verbal recognition for your contributions today. Sound good? All right, I think it's time to begin. Let's do some shout-outs for those who have already cheered, subbed, and tipped here on pre-stream. And then we'll get stuff going here. Sound good? All right, let's see here. Hold on a second. So, scrolling all the way down here, there were some people who overnight cheered, subbed, and tipped before the stream ever went live. I am very grateful for that, and I would like to say thank you to those who did that. And it's time for you to get some recognition where recognition is due. We had Infinite55 who did a 45-bit cheer overnight. Thank you very much, Infinite. We had the Saurus Boy who subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Saurus Boy, for the sub. And then he did a 25-bit cheer and said poop. Well, there you go. Okay, then. Astrojet Boy did a 25-bit cheer in reference if I had anything left over from in the office from my ex that I should donate it, yada, yada. Rest assured, anything that could be donated has been, but most of it was trash. Most of it was soap-making materials that no one is going to want. I'm not going to go online and try to resell this stuff. A box of scents, a box of colorants and or, you know, materials to make arts and crafts. No one wants that stuff, so... And or I'm not involved with the communities of people who want that, and I certainly don't have the time to go online and do research of who wants it. So a lot of it's just getting thrown out. It is what it is. But thank you, Astro Jet Boy, for the cheer. Critical for Days did a series of cheers. He said, first of all, he said, well, he did a cheer, just a generic cheer. Then he did another cheer. He said, I can't wait for both of you to have fun together playing games. And then he said something and it was edited. I don't know. But anyway, thank you for the sentiment. Critical for Days. Then he did another cheer. He said, if you were the president of YouTube, how would you fix its current problems, like ads and hate speech? Oh, well, it's very simple. Critical for Days. Here's what I would do. Instead of focusing on completely unrelated things to business, like, I'm not even exaggerating. You guys might not realize this. YouTube is more focused on esoteric ideals than they are about running a business. All right. This is no exaggeration. This actually happened. Are you guys ready? They actually did awards, patting themselves on the back, getting rewarded because we have the most diverse workforce. They actually had the gall to accept an award. And the president and CEO of YouTube did a speech somewhere about diversity in the workforce. Okay? Now listen, I'm no bigot. And certainly, I'm not for, we should have one race over another in the workforce, all right? But ladies and gentlemen, when you are operating a business and your business is failing constantly, you can't turn a profit, you're losing profit, you're losing advertisers, you're in hot water with the mainstream media, everyone thinks of you negatively, including the people who mainly use your website, content creators, don't like you, all right? When you're seen in such a negative light and you're not a successful business, the last thing you should be worrying about is the color of the skin of your employees. All right? That's the last fucking positive. That's the thing you worry about when your company is doing good and you're like, wow, now let's try to get a diverse workforce. Let's try to make the life of our employees better by having maybe, Pilates classes or, what was the thing that they do? They actually have a class where it's like mental health or some shit during the workday at Google. Some weird stuff, right? That's when you worry about that shit. When you're already successful, that's when you can have a corporate culture that's all about the esoteric values, the things that don't affect the successfulness of a company. Then you can have that. You can't have that stuff first before you're successful. Can you imagine? Let me give you guys an example. You walk into a restaurant, and the restaurant, for some reason, has a line out the door and no one's being served or seated, but the restaurant's empty. What is going on? Oh, well, didn't you hear 1 hour a day, all the employees of this restaurant, they go out back and they have a mental health seminar where they do physical fitness and then they all talk about their feelings. And this happens for 1 hour a day. But what about the customer base? What about the whole business falls apart when this happens. But then they come back and they have to try to play catch up for the rest of the day. Oh, this sounds like a great business. No one would go there. No one would go to this restaurant. The restaurant would fail miserably. It would go out of business. The only reason that YouTube is successful is because of the money of Google. Because Google makes money elsewhere and then funnels that money into YouTube. At YouTube itself is actually an unsuccessful business. All right? It is 100% unsuccessful. Okay? You have to have a successful business before you focus on the esoterics. And that's what YouTube does is, since they don't have success as a business, they really don't have anything positive to focus on. In fact, for the past 2 years, the most things that have been focused on YouTube have been very negative. Everyone's saying, everyone's leaving the site in droves. The site's incredibly toxic. When you go there, all you see is garbage videos and trending. Advertisements on videos that don't deserve advertisements because they're irresponsible videos. And advertisers are leaving in droves. YouTube's been under fire for about 1.5 years now. And it's burning. It's really a burning ship. It's a sinking ship. And again, the only thing keeping it afloat is the money of Google. If there were a major competitor to YouTube, it would fail. And so if I were the president of YouTube, I would immediately say enough is enough. Enough with the excuses. Enough with all this stupid, petty shit that we do is done. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go out there and we're going to find employees that actually have fucking brains and aren't going to write algorithms that are going to ruin our website. We're going to actually hire a workforce to make sure that the law is enforced, that copyright rights are enforced, that advertisements get on the correct videos. We're actually going to do things the way they should have been done from day one. Will it cost more money? It probably will. But you know what? To actually have an operational, functional, and profitable business, sometimes you actually have to work. And I think that's kind of what's been lost with YouTube. Let's just hire the bare minimum people from Ivy League schools to write algorithms and run a website. That's not how you operate a business in 2018, folks. Unless you actually have the toppest notch people on the planet writing stuff that works. But that's not what's happened with YouTube. I mean, if anything, I've seen firsthand the last year, all these videos, they get demonetized for no reason. Right? For no reason. It's obvious. It's obvious that the website doesn't work. The algorithms don't work. But they don't accept responsibility. They don't change. Instead, they just pussyfoot around. Now, there has been at least a small positive push recently, if you guys haven't followed, with the Logan Paul controversy. You know, the horrendous videos that this idiot makes for years, and of course makes YouTube millions of dollars on ad revenue, right? Because they put ads on his videos. But then he made a video in the Japanese suicide forest, and YouTube gave him a community strike. He went away for a month saying that he was going to get better, comes back and immediately makes videos tasing rats and shit. So YouTube said enough is enough, and they've removed his ad privileges on his channels. He cannot monetize his videos anymore. Of course, it's just a temporary measure. But still, it's at least a measure. They actually did something, right? That's actually a step in a positive direction, showing that just because someone makes them massive money, they're no longer immune to just doing stupid, toxic videos that melt the brains of the viewer base of this guy. You know? How many millions of impressionable kids are watching this garbage content on YouTube? And how much money does this idiot make making this garbage content? And so finally they're doing something at least, right? They're doing something that's at least in a positive direction, all right? So that being said, that's good. But YouTube has a long way to go if they're going to come back from the just how badly they've run their business into the ground. It's going to take years of fixing the site, turning off the garbage algorithms, changing their trending system that only trends negative, toxic videos. Like, there's a lot that they have to do to fix it. And I would do that if I became president and CEO. I would say, I don't care how many people whine. Oh my God, our employees actually have to work now? Yeah. Yeah, sorry. No more coming in and, you know, looking like a fucking slob and sitting down at your desk pretending like you're working all day. Sorry. Time to actually do work now, because, you know, that's what you should have been doing since day one. No more writing an algorithm and then pretending like you do work for the rest of your life. It's time to actually do some shit now. So, there you go. Alrighty then. Shout out to, let's see here. Alright, so now we're going to start with shout outs from people who actually did stuff during the stream. So, Jachurti subscribed for the second month in a row, but it was actually Bitha, I believe, who gifted that to him. So, thank you, Bitha, for the ongoing support and the, gifting of that sub to Jachurti. I know Jachurti wanted a sub again, so awesome. Very nice. Shout out to Astro Jet Boy, who did a 28-bit cheer and is now complaining that I only use the bar when I play Call of Duty. I have not played Call of Duty World War II in over a month and a half. Chances are I'm not switching my weapon today. If I do, it'll be whatever people tell me is the next best weapon to play with. But so far, everyone is like, the bar is the best, so that's what I've been using. And unless there's a consensus that I should switch to something else, I will not be switching. Critical for Days did another 25-bit cheer. He says, I've seen that people dropped a lot of pledges because I think you care for Twitch more. Hope the number on Patreon goes up. Actually, this is not the case at all. I think Critical for Days is talking about Patreon. I have not seen a big drop-off on Patreon. That didn't happen. In fact, in general, on Patreon every month, roughly, it's between $900 to $1,000 of pledges every month. And then, depending on the monthly goal, people will pledge to make that goal happen. So yeah, I'll maybe see an increase of a couple $100s or whatever in order to make a monthly goal happen. But that's what I was actually wondering. I was wondering, gee, in January, nothing that I'm doing based on of goals is based on Patreon performance at all. Let's see what happens. I did not see a significant drop off at all. So I'm pleased. As long as we can keep stuff going here on Twitch, it won't matter that Patreon, has a drop off. As long as things keep going positively on Twitch, it more than makes up for it. So there you go. No worries, Critical for Days. Free Greggy did a 25-bit cheer, said, yo, bro. Joker796 resubscribed for the 10th month in a row. Thank you, Joker, for the resub. I appreciate that very much. Thank you very much. Papa Lou. Oh, boy. Papa Lou did a 25-bit cheer. He says, Phil, I want to tell you, I know I cross the line sometimes, but I want you to know I root for your success every day. Well, thank you, Papa Lou, for that positive message. I appreciate that. Thank you. Then Free Greggy did a bunch of cheers saying that he apologizes for being a jerk and wants to be unbanned, even though yesterday he was insulting my girlfriend, who he's never even met yet. So he was just being an idiot yesterday and ended up getting, rightly punished for it, and now he's apologizing. Well, I think someone unbanned him, but just so you guys know, this is the last chance. No one's going to get to insult my girl for no fucking reason. I'm not putting up with that shit. So, so there you go. Greggy, your last chance. Hopefully you've learned and you've grown. Shout out to John Galt, who resubbed for the 4th month in a row and says, oh, hey. Thank you, John Galt, for 4 months of support. Kekin also resubbed for the 4th month in a row. He says, shout outs to the happy man himself. Hyped for Kingdom Hearts 3. I see, and hope you have a good break. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer dropped today. I forgot to mention this. And it showed off the Toy Story World. And it showed off Monsters, Inc. And it showed off some pretty good graphics. I mean, I have to say, the graphics were really good. And the combat looks good. Albeit, it looks a little chaotic. But I think what we were seeing was more of a... Like, there was a boss fight against the villain from Toy Story. I forget the villain's name, the robot. The cyborg dude. But the fight looks cool. It looks like it's multiple stages of fun stuff. And the plot looks incredibly convoluted. Immediately, they start playing like, plot dialogue. And you're like, who the fuck? Wait, what? Who's this? Wait, what? What? And your mind starts melting immediately. You're like, Kingdom Hearts story. So, it's pretty much exactly what you expect. Great graphics. Cool tie-ins with Disney characters. Great, interesting, innovative combat, and a mind-numbing, melting, confusing, convoluted plotline. Exactly what you want from Kingdom Hearts, right? So, that being said, oh yes, Astro Jet Boy says the name is Zurg. Yes, that villain's name is Zurg from Toy Story. That is correct. So all that being said, it looks good. I actually enjoyed the trailer. I thought that the trailer was quite good. And I'm looking forward to the end. They're saying it comes out this year. I don't know about that. If it does come out this year, definitely, we're not going to be getting, it's not coming out in the first half of the year. There's no way. I think what's going to happen is at E3, we're going to see a big bomb dropped by Square Enix. They're going to show us a lot about the game and probably then give us a release date. I don't know when it'll be. If they were smart, now this is, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say something now. I'm going to stick to it. If they were smart, they would release Kingdom Hearts 3 in the summer. I'm going to say that again. If Square Enix had a lick of sense, they would realize that the summer months are a ginormous gap in game releases. There's almost nothing that comes out during the summer. There's a giant opportunity to release a high-profile game in the summer and be the only big game that everyone runs out and buys. They should release it during the summer. Okay? However, for whatever reason, game developers stay away from the summer. They don't want to release, even though kids are off from school, people traditionally have more time away from work. It's an opportunity for people to game more than ever. They want to sell those, they want to get those holiday inflated sales, right? They don't see the big picture here. They don't see that if they released a game in the summer and it sold decently and it has legs because people say this game's great, that it would still sell well in the fall. They don't have that big picture mentality because, let's face it, they're still in the mindset of toy makers. They still think video games are toys, and they think that the only people who buy them are little kids, and therefore you got to release your toy before Christmas, right? It's really stupid. If Kingdom Hearts 3 came out during the summer, it would be the best move they could possibly do, all right? But I don't think they're going to do it. In fact, it was hilarious. Uriah Hall 3 in Stream Chat just says, I'm calling it. They're going to release it in October, the same day as Red Dead Redemption 2. I almost agree with you. As cynical as that sounds, I almost agree with you. Because that's what these guys do. I don't know why. That's what they do. They'll wait for the worst possible date to release the fucking game, and that's the date it'll be. And then they'll complain that they didn't get enough sales. Oh, my God. All right. Anyway, shout out to Ace Striker 92, who resubscribed to the channel for the second month in a row. Thank you, Ace Striker, for the resub. I appreciate that. Papaloo did a cheer and says, can I be ambassador again? All right, Papaloo. I think you've learned your lesson. It's been a couple days now, right? Papaloo has now been reinstated as the stream ambassador. It was now his job to make sure everyone's having a good time. We also, we determined that he should not be kicked for no reason out of stream chat, and I am adhering to that. I don't want mods to be bullying him. Papaloo has now been reinstated as the stream ambassador. There you go. And then he did another cheer and said, oh my God, where did you hear this one? Have you ever walked behind someone in the street thinking, hey, she's got a nice ass, only to realize later it was a man the whole time, but still being okay with feeling attracted to the ass knowing it was a man's? No, Papaloo. I can't say that's ever happened to me. The GOAT Lucas just did a 25-bit cheer and said, I know how to cheer, but how do I send you a tip? Well, Lucas, if you are watching on my Twitch channel page, if you actually look below my stream, there's a grid of information. There's things like links to different YouTube channels and my website and the like. There's actually a tips section right there. It's a picture of me posing with Pokemon. And if you click on that picture, it'll take you to my tips page, where you can either do an anonymous tip if you'd like, or you can actually leave a name and a message. It's totally up to you what you'd like to do, okay? So there you go. That's how you leave a tip. And in particular, today might be a good opportunity for you to do a tip because guess what? As I said, I'm going to have stream stats on screen all day today. So you'll get, between matches, you'll get that recognition if you're the top cheer or the top tip for today. Okay? Oh, let's see here. All right, Greggy, who got unbanned and given a second chance, did a cheer. Said, holy moly macaroni, thanks for another chance, Philly. I love you. Tyler JKU did a 40-bit cheer, and I believe he's actually the cheerleader for today's stream now. And he says, can I be stream ambassador too? Sorry, that's already been taken up by Papaloo. Sorry, Tyler. JV5 Guy just subscribed to the channel. Thank you, JV5 Guy, for the sub. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for the support. I accidentally just clicked on a folder here on my laptop by accident. What is this? Get this out of here. So welcome to new sub JV5 Guy. Everyone welcome him. Hope you guys did the sub hype. And Papaloo did another cheer. And he said, Dear Phil, I would like to have an emote referencing you on my stream. Do I have permission to make one? I will love you regardless of your answer. Don't worry. Let me put it this way. Can I stop you? No. If I were a real jerk, I could complain to Twitch if you used my visage, my image without my permission. However, I have no plans to do that. So if you really wanted to do an emote of me, however, I would ask this. Do not copy one of my emotes, please. Do not do one of mine. If you're going to do something, you know, unique. Okay? Sound good? All right. Critical for Days did a 30-bit cheer and says, since you have been doing lots of streaming lately, what's the difference between someone that is a nice person and does entertaining stuff for the fans and someone who's being a clown to his fans to gave him $1,000 and the guy being an asshole? Here's the thing, Critical for Days. This is my true belief, all right? If you actually love what you do, all right, you're going to come out and you're going to do it every day. You're going to have fun doing it. And it doesn't matter if it's a day, if you make no money, if it's a day that you make okay money, or a day that you do great with money. It's not about that, all right? Now, let's be real adults here. Let's be realist here. If you are operating a business and if streaming is the way that you pay your bills, obviously, on average, you have to have at least decent days every day so that you can pay your bills. But it's my opinion, and I'll be very honest here, in the year here that I have now focused on just doing positive streams on Twitch, even though, yes, I do a plugs segment before I start with gameplay, once the gameplay begins, it's pretty much about me in the game and interacting with you guys on stream. It's not about, we need more money, this and this and this, right? Very rarely after I even do pre-stream will I even mention things like that at all, okay? Unless, I mean, there's been a couple situations, like the end of last year where this tax situation came up out of nowhere. Okay, that was an extenuating circumstance. That wasn't something that I expected to happen, right? But for the most part, that's not what it's about. If you love what you do, you're going to come out and you're going to do it regardless and have fun doing it. And then the success comes with it. You know, I'll say this again. Back when I was on YouTube, before I ever made a dime doing it, I did it for 2 years as a hobby. Then when I lost my job and I was able to enable ads on my videos, all of a sudden there was an outpouring of support. I'd already loved what I was doing. The success came later. The financial success comes later, right? People who make it all about the entire reason that I'm here today is because I need to get a certain amount of subs. I'm not even going to turn the stream on until I make a $50 tip. You know, I'm not going to do this in the game until someone cheers. That's ridiculous. That's pretty much to the point of his extortion. I'm not going to even enjoy games and put out a quality stream for you until you pay me. That's ridiculous. Okay? I completely disagree with that mentality. I think that, like I said, if you're already here to do fun stuff and it's all about you being real, about loving games and doing what you do as an entertainment value every day. And also, let's face it, if you're an entertaining personality, if you're a positive person people like to interact with, then the money's going to come afterward, right? It's going to come naturally. You don't have to work so hard for it to come in. And it's been pretty amazing. You guys have been so positive and supportive of me, you know, that I'm just here and I'm able to enjoy myself and I don't have to really worry too much about it, right? I mean, it's rare when I have to come out and say, guys, we really need tons of money today. When do I say that, right? Very rarely. I mean, like I said, the one time was the end of last year when a tax situation came up out of nowhere. But for the most part, things are great, you know. I can't complain. So that's the difference, you know, I think at least Critical for Days. You know, I can't really answer that because then you say, oh, you know, what about this guy or this guy? I don't feel that I'm those guys, you know. I don't feel that I'm in a situation where I do those kind of things. You know, sadly there are people out there who exploit, and they find ways to exploit constantly. And that's not what I'm about. You know, I do my pre-stream and then it's done and then we get to the meat of the stream and there you go, right? So I honestly could not answer any further than how I just did. You know, I got to do it from my own perspective, okay? King of Hypocrisy did a 25-bit cheer, and he did something insulting to Papa Lou. King of Hypocrisy, I'm not going to read that because I'm not going to say insulting things, so you just have to grow up. Greggy did a 25-bit cheer and said, Papa's in a good mood, not because he's ambassador, but because, all right, not going to read that. Greggy, you really didn't learn your lesson, did you? Greggy, your first cheer back, you're insulting someone. Oh my God, dude, are you learning from Logan Paul? Greggy, I really have to ask you, is Logan Paul like your idol? Your first cheer back, you insulted someone on stream, dude. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. That is not the person to make your role model. All right, it's this simple. This is your last chance. If I see one more insulting thing, you're done, dude. I can't have this on my stream. People cheering and insulting other people. It's ridiculous. Okay. Papa Lou did another cheers. Thank you so much. Would it be okay if it had something to do with you when you were itching your leg? Oh my God, here we go. Papa Lou, you're going to get banned from Twitch. It's not going to be me. It's not going to be me. Trust me, even I can't do an emote in regards to that. I was denied making my own emote in regards to that. So, you're not going to be able to do it, okay? Anyway. Ballsy Fred did a 25-bit cheer. He said, have you learned any black history this month? If not, the Edmondson sisters is a good start. I don't think I learned anything. The thing is, every year when they do Black History Month in the United States, you hear the same stories. The Rosa Parks story. The Martin Luther King story. The, I forget his first name, but the Mr. Washington, the guy who was, you know, famous for doing many inventions and stuff. You hear the same stories of the same people. The Underground Railroad, you know, the suffrage movement for women and how black women were a big part of that. You know, you hear the same things over and over. And so, did I really necessarily learn anything? No, but I don't know if I know about the Edmondson sisters. Perhaps we should all look up the Edmondson sisters. There you go. Papa Lou says, would that be okay though? Papa Lou, did you not hear what I just said? Twitch doesn't want anything in regards to that, in regards to emotes. I already tried. So if you do it, you're going to get in trouble. So I've already forewarned you. You know, if you still take it upon yourself to do it and you end up getting in trouble, there's nothing I can do about it. I warned you. I did my best to try to warn you. Okay. All right, everyone. It looks like... Well, hold on. Now, Papa Lou. Oh, my God, Papa Lou. Stop it. All right, enough. Some people just don't learn. I swear. It's like if there's a rock or if there's a person, if you talk to the rock will actually listen more. Good Lord. Enough about that. All right. Anyway, folks. Thank you for your cheer subs and tips here on the pre-stream. In fact, what I'm going to do right now, well, I'm going to end the pre-stream and then I'm going to update the stream stats with the current updated info. And then we're going to go from there, okay? Sound good? All right. Thanks, everybody. And let's get started. Some Call of Duty gameplay. I wonder how this will go. I have no idea. Excuse me. What a nice burp to start off today, right? All right, everyone. Let's do this.